First of all, I'm very glad because unfortunately Antalya was compelled to withdraw by technical problem. Tunisia, I don't know what happened, but the president of the Tunisia Association suddenly disappeared. And so I've decided to come here because it was the best solution. And we have seen that it was really the good choice. It was an incredible good Congress with a lot of discussion. Top people came here, but very high top level, and all the discussion were at high level.
لم يكن مقررا أن نكون هنا ولا أن نسير في هذه الشوارع، شوارع يفوح منها عطر التاريخ. الجرون بالاس أو الميدان الكبير هو أهم المعالم في بروكسل. هنا مبنى البلدية، وهناك كنيسة القديس ميخائيل. هنا صدر القرار بالتصدي لإقامة مؤتمر الاتحاد الدولي للصحافة الرياضية. هنا أيضا صدر القرار بقبول التحدي بزمن قياسي، فكان هذا المؤتمر. هنا بروكسل عاصمة الاتحاد الأوروبي، تحولت هذا الأسبوع إلى عاصمة للإعلام الرياضي العالمي. مؤتمر بروكسل كان تقليديا في بدايته، اجتماع للمكتب التنفيذي مساء والاتحادات القارية في صباح اليوم التالي.
يمكن أبرز الأمور وهو اعتماد 4 ورش عمل ودورات تدريبية قيمت في ال6 شهور الماضية تحت رعاية الاتحاد الآسيوي للصحافة الرياضية. أيضا تم اعتماد عدد 8 دورات وورش عمل ودورات تدريبية في السنة 2018. أيضا تم تقديم مقترح في عمل دورات تكون في مختلف المناطق وتم الموافقة. أيضا من ضمن الأمور أن هناك موافقة في اعتماد إقامة الكونغرس في المملكة العربية السعودية في شهر أكتوبر أو آخر سبتمبر القادم.
محاضرات ونقاشات أسرت الجلسة، والصراع على مونديال 2026 تصدر المشهد.
don't know if the question is really about the power. I think we offer unity, certainty, and opportunity, as we mentioned today. We feel very comfortable in what we have to offer from a bid perspective. I'm not really here to comment on Morocco itself or its bid. I'm sure they're working very hard, but on our end, we offer a united bid for the future. There's certainty in the stadiums that we can and have delivered and are already working and operating, and the opportunity that it brings for everyone. Football for all, that's our slogan. So we believe it's a strong bid, and we look forward to the vote on June 13th. The United States and working with U.S. Soccer, first of all, we have a great relationship with U.S. Soccer, and the Mexican Football Federation is very, very strong, and we are united. And I think it does, U.S. Soccer has stated that it shows the support from the president. We know we have support from the president of Mexico, and I can assure you we have support from our Prime Minister Trudeau. So we're very happy at the support we have from 3 world leaders for this great competition. Well, congratulations first to Qatar, and we look forward to an excellent competition. I could only speak for Canada. We look forward to starting and being part of the qualification process, and we're optimistic that through CONCACAF we can try and qualify and to be with you in your great country.
I am optimistic since day one, and to be honest, the more we go, the more I am optimistic as well, because of getting the feedbacks from all the different federations that we're meeting, from all the different stakeholders to whom we're presenting our concept. So yes, I am optimistic, but in a good way, in a constructive way. There's still a lot of hard work to do, a lot of convincing to do, but we're confident about the quality of our concept, about what we're offering to the world. Look, I'm not afraid in something in particular. We just want to win or lose with fair play and with respect of the rules. That's what is the most important. A bidding campaign for a World Cup is just like a football game. There's a winner and a loser at the end of the day, as long as the referee applies the rules and the regulations that are in place. That's the only thing we're asking, while allowing ourselves to carry on working with the member associations to convince them about the qualities of the Moroccan bid. I will not comment, of course, on the chances in each continent and so on and so forth. We keep that for our own strategic reasons. But, of course, we have started working with the entire members of the bid, the president of the federation, the chairman of the Moroccan bid committee, traveling the world, all the continents without any exception, and working with all the different countries to convince them. So we are relatively confident. We have seen a lot of support from the different continents coming forward, and we need to keep carrying on the work to make sure that we are successful on the 13th of June. I guess, yes, if you talk about experience, but look, the Moroccan bid committee has so many people with so much expertise that everybody plays a role. So we're just happy to be part of such a team, because for me, personally, this is not a job, this is a privilege to be able to defend my country, to defend such an important project, in addition to the fact that I'm also crazy about football. But it's just a fantastic opportunity to showcase what Morocco and Africa is about. And all together with many experts from across the globe, I think we have done a pretty decent job. Again, I cannot talk or estimate on those things. I can just tell you that we're working to get as much as possible, not only from the Arab world, but from all regions of the globe, because this is truly a worldwide vote. We hope to get the vast majority, if not all, but not only for that zone, but also with other regions. So for us, what is important in 2026, it's a World Cup for the world. It's a World Cup of tolerance in a country that is not only Arab and Muslim, but is also Berber and African with European influence. our identity is a mosaic of identity, just like in many other countries, but also it provides the opportunity for a country that has worked so hard and developed itself to be able also to host international competitions. And we have demonstrated also through precedent competitions like the FIFA Club World Cup, the African Nations Championship, and also other non-football events that we're capable of doing it and making not only the Arab world proud, but also the Africa proud, and also Europe, that are our very close neighbors. It is not up to me to comment on whatever he did or not. I leave it up to FIFA to handle the process. I'm focusing on the bid and making sure that we convince the majority of member associations. Do not ask me to comment on a matter for which I'm not responsible and for which, even from a legal perspective, I'm not allowed to comment, because FIFA wants to make sure that we are in compliance and respect the ethical standards. My focus is on the technical bit, but also about the values of the bit, about the concept and how we can truly convince, because we believe ourselves that we can deliver a fantastic World Cup. I don't understand your question. Is it abnormal that a Christian country like France organizes a tournament after a Christian country like Germany? Does it make any problem that two Christian countries or two French-speaking countries or two English-speaking countries organize a World Cup back-to-back? So why are we Arab special people that we can deserve the right to organize back-to-back? This is not a valid point. We have all our specific unique identities with common points, with different points, and each country has its own strengths and inconveniences, and that's the way it goes. But nobody usually questions the fact that, oh, two back-to-back English-speaking countries are organizing an event. Usually the reaction will be, so what? So what will make the difference that we're so special about us?
السياسي والحقوقي النيجيري كان أول الحاضرين في مشهد اليوم الثاني، تكريما لدوره الكبير في نشر الرياضة في بلاده.
Like it's normal that when you are being honored for contributions you have made, naturally you should be happy. I'm happy, and on behalf of my state and on behalf of Nigeria, we're happy that AIPS has been able to recognize us for our collective contributions we have made in the area of sports development. We're very, very happy, and we thank God for this opportunity. Well, as far as I'm concerned, thinking from the point of view from our country, where we have the Sports Writers Association, which is a member of AIPS, we believe that it is them that communicates and conveys what we do in terms of sports in Nigeria, and try to let every institution that's involved in sports on what they're supposed to do. I think, for example, today, I heard yesterday that various countries that were bidding for 2026 World Cup came to make their presentation, their bidding known to AIPS. It's an important organization, it's a very influential one in that matter. And so we think that our relationship will continue to be strong, and they will be able to communicate and convey to all the world what our state in particular have been doing in the areas of sporting development. I have always known, and I believe that Nigeria will be there in any World Cup. We're a very strong football nation. Yes, sometimes we may have we've had our ups and downs, but generally Nigeria is a nation that every country will want them to participate in every World Cup event. And so the one coming up in 2022 in Qatar, obviously I know that Nigeria will be there, and it will be gladdening that we also want to come and watch that 2022 World Cup taking place in Qatar. In fact, I've been to Qatar before. I would love to come and watch my team and other countries in the World Cup competition.
خاتمة المؤتمر لم تكن تقليدية. إنه موعد الإعلان عن تفاصيل جوائز الاتحاد الدولي للصحافة الرياضية.
Well, first of all, that effectively it's the first time something this big is being made. And by this big, I mean the number of countries that we are hoping to get involved with a unique AIPS network that is already 160 countries. And it's the first absolutely international award in the sports media industry. And that's something that it's critically needed in this moment of the present time of sport journalism in the world. Absolutely, absolutely. And my message is that because the first connection you make with the award is a ceremony, and the ceremony with the gala and the trophies. But what we need to have in mind here is that the celebration starts the moment you realize as a journalist that these awards are being made and held. Why? Because from that moment you start thinking. You think, what did I produce in the last year? What can I submit? Which are my best works from the last year? And that is it's not an easy question, you know. First of all, because you're jumping from one thing to another, from the next article, from this article to the next article, and we are not having enough time to evaluate and debate what we are doing. And just by bringing this award, we are forcing people to think, did I produce something that is meaningful? Would I like to make something different? There's still time. This is the important thing also to mention, because submissions are open until September 17th this year. So, and from the works produced since July the 1st, 2017. So in that window of time, you have up to 2 choices to submit your work. For this first edition, we've set no limitations, no restrictions on, for example, video size or length. Why? Because we want to also understand what they will be submitting. Maybe 70% of the people submit short videos, but maybe we discovered that 70% submit very long videos, top documentaries, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. If we chose to limit that from the beginning, we wouldn't know exactly what they are willing to produce, what they are willing to submit. And as I said before, this is the moment you understand that this award is being held. You start thinking, which is my best work? And my best work could be a 90-minute video or a 1-minute video. So we want those people that produced a 1-minute video and those that produced a 90-minute video to submit it. Of course, it's going to be tough for the members of the jury then to make a decision. Well, the first thing that when we briefly discussed the main points of the awards, one of the main things was that we will be accepting works in all languages. Because, of course, it's easier if you just restrict it to English works or to video with English subtitles. But again, we would be leaving many people out of the competition just because they don't know how to speak in English, or they don't have time to translate to English, and they have produced something in a different language. So the first criteria was to bring everyone inside. So if you write in Chinese, if you write in Spanish, you will be accepted. You don't have to think of paying a translator to translate your work. But at the same time, when it comes to actual restrictions in, for example, word counts for writing, we've set no word count. Again, because we are involving different languages. So is it okay to say 1,000 words in Arabic, than in German, than in English, than in Spanish? No. If someone wrote a very important column, it could be a very short one, but still made an impact. So if we put a word count or a word minimum, maybe we are staying, we are leaving that person outside, and we don't want that. The members of the jury have not yet been announced, but what we can say right now is that they will represent each of the categories. So there's going to be someone from the photography industry, someone from the video industry, someone from newspaper or magazines that can represent print or digital, and well, the same with weblogs. And also, even if they are not open to submissions, they will select the Lifetime Award, a Life in Sport, and the other one which is investigative reporting, so investigations. Those are not open to submissions. Going back to your question, the number, we don't have to forget that IAPS now has 160 countries that are members, and each of those countries are represented in the executive committee of each federation, and at the same time of IAPS. So we're going to be asking those countries with, for example, you said about Persian for Iran or Arabic. We're going to be involving them in also trying to judge and have the first screening of the work. And then if the works are selected and everyone in this APS executive committee agrees, they will be translated by a professional translator, and that will be the leveling point to have it, to have everything in English, also for making things easier for the jury members.
بروكسل المتقدمة سياسيا، عاصمة ترسم فيها سياسة الاتحاد الأوروبي. تحت سماء هذه البلاد يفترش اللاجئون المكان بحثا عن مستقبل لا يبدو منتظرا. في هذا المكان تم بحث مستقبل الإعلام الرياضي بانتظار اللقاء المقبل في لوزان.
That we will face other problems as here for the visas, because the situation is very delicate in all the world. But if we begin now for the visa, we will find a solution. I hope that in Lausanne we will be more than 100. We will go near our record.